Hey everyone, yesterday I had my first attempt at rewaxing a vintage Barbour jacket. I mean, you could just say any Barbour jacket. I didn't quite go as I'd hoped. Now, hopefully you can see I have oversaturated this with wax. It's not ruined, but I made a fatal mistake. Okay, fatal's an exaggeration. But I didn't use a hairdryer, as they said, for a professional finish. And so I don't know if you could see this. It's got these kind of like white marks that look like dust, but it actually feels kind of greasy to the touch. Now I've left it drying overnight, and actually yesterday was one of the hottest days on record in the UK, so it wasn't a cold place, and it was in my boiler room, and it's still got this kind of almost damp look in places, and you run your hands over it and it leaves marks. So I need to go over it with a hairdryer. That was my mistake. I forgot to use a hairdryer as I was going. I thought I'll do it later, and I actually couldn't find the hairdryer, and then I had to get on to something, another task. So I didn't do it. But I would say when you do it, you definitely want to have a hairdryer. I also felt like I was lathering on too much at the time, but I just couldn't see how else to do it. So I would also say that if you're thinking about rewaxing, it's actually not that cheap, because those tins of official Barbour wax were £15. Now, people have varying views on whether you have to buy those or not, but I used the whole tin and a little bit more, so that's already, say, £18. And the waxing service, I think, is £35 with Barbour, so they'll do it professionally. And it's actually, it takes a long time. It took more than an hour for me to do this, because you've got to melt the wax, which takes about 20 minutes, and then you've got to get all your gear set up, and then you have to work, and it's very much manual labor. It's not something you can pick up and put down. You go in, and these pockets are an absolute nightmare. So just think about that. But if you're going to rewax, make sure you've got a hairdryer to hand and do it, because I'm going to have to redo this now, or sorry, I'm going to have to go over it with a hairdryer in a moment to try and get that to look right. And you can see I've also, even though I saw this, I swore I'd covered this properly, I still got big patches where it doesn't look like I've covered them. So you may think you're saving money, but you end up with a jacket that doesn't look quite right. So I would say those waxing services are actually very good value for money, because they do it properly, and you know you're not going to mess it up. And really, you send it off to them, it comes back, I don't know, 2 weeks later, and you don't have to worry about it. Oh, look, there's another dry patch on the cuff. So I think it's actually worth it. But my mistake, not using a hairdryer. All right, so there's my thoughts. Any tips you've got, let us know in the comments, and I'll see another video soon on British made goods and long lasting gear. Thanks for watching. Bye.